Good morning, and I want to welcome our governor and thank him for coming. You know, my dad was a professor of medicine, public health doctor. That's how we ended up in the state of Hawaii when I was 2 years old. He was working in Michigan and offered a job at University of Hawaii and rounded us all up, and that was how I ended up in Honolulu. But the most important thing I want you to know about my dad is that when he read in a medical journal about the Tuskegee experiments, he was the first and unfortunately only doctor on the record calling out the United States Public Health Service for withholding life-saving aid in order to, quote, observe the disease process. And I was like in my late 20s when I found out that my dad had done this. And he was being honored by the Mayo Clinic, and subsequent to the reporting on the Tuskegee experiments, the United States Senate, led by Tom Harkin, a real leader on public health for a very, very long time from Iowa, banned those kinds of practices. And so I filed that away under, I'm proud of my father, and I'm glad this country put that dark chapter behind us. And everybody knows the story of what happened in Samoa, and Dr. Green will, I'm sure, elucidate some of it today. But last Friday, there was additional reporting that indicated that RFK Jr. wants to conduct the Tuskegee experiments on all of us. He wants to observe the disease process population-wide. He believes that the FDA process for determining the efficacy of medicine does not reach statistical significance, and the only way to figure out whether something works or not is to administer placebos to half of the population and just see what happens. And so it was last Friday. I mean, I was already against this nomination. I don't want to act like I was undecided, but last Friday when I heard that he did that, I got a chill up and down my spine. And every time I recount it to you, I still get a chill up and down my spine to think it is more than 50 years later, and we are still fighting this fight. And so I want to thank all of you for being a part of this. I do think we have a chance. It's very unclear what will happen next in terms of Republican votes. But I believe the Democrats will be united. And I think we can defeat this nomination, not for partisan reasons, not because I particularly want to poke the president in the eye on this one, but because I truly believe that if he runs HHS, that millions will die. And without further ado, I want to welcome my good friend. Am I introducing the governor?
Yes,
okay. Because she's also my good friend. My good friend and someone who cares about public health in his bones, Dr. Josh Green.